What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy B Mac here, back with another update, weekly positivity. So today, wanted to talk about how to love. All right, so this is something that I've been told numerous times by numerous wives that I don't know. Now, growing up, I watched my father love on my mother in the way he knew best. But my dad came from a different generation. Like the stoic dudes, the dudes who will basically work, to death. But they loved you because they showed by providing, right? So I wanted to talk about how to love, because sometimes I think to our detriment, we go around saying, oh, I love this person, I love that person, but not really understanding what that entirely constitutes, right? So to me, I would like to define the definition of love to me by being an emotion or feeling that you have toward another or an object where it holds a heavy amount of value to you. All right, it's a very personal object, whether it be you can love your dog, you can love your favorite book, you can love a person. So I want to go a little bit more in depth, because when I say talking about how to love, I think too many times we go into situations as people looking for validation as opposed to justification, right? And so what that means to me is, if I'm doing something because I care about you, I'm not doing it because, I want you to do something back for me. No, I'm doing it because I genuinely care about you and I want to make you happy. So in me attempting to make you happy, that is me showing my love. But when you're in love, I think that in itself is when you reach a level of, you basically are underwriting the human genome by basically putting somebody else above you. When people are in love, you will 9 times out of 10 put your partner's needs above your own every time. And I say that goes against the human genome, because as human beings, we are made to survive, right? We're very into self-preservation. So if all of a sudden, I'm going around talking about, oh, I would die for her, or I would do this for her over me, then that's me sacrificing the me portion and putting her, or the subject, over what it is that I should be doing. Like, as opposed to saying, oh, I'm just gonna worry about me. Say I'm hungry, right? And as opposed to getting myself something to eat because I only have enough money to buy one meal, I buy my girl something. So it's stuff like that that shows being in love. But see, the thing is, I think too many times we get in relationships, and because we get in these relationships, or we see everybody else doing something, that's the kind of love we envision. We're like, oh, well, this person's boyfriend bought them a car, or this person's girlfriend bought him a PS4, and all blah, 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 blah. But are you really getting down to the root of things? Like, how close are y'all? Do y'all have a, goals map? Do you have a strategy of sorts? Do you have something that you're working toward as a couple that you could say, this is our foundation? Because a lot of times I think people get into that honeymoon phase of love and everything's great, but then when some difficult crap arises, you don't know how to deal with it because you never really put in the time or energy to really formulate that kind of bond. It's a sad truth. So I'm gonna leave the video like that. Again, what is love to you? And you got to make sure you love people the way they want to be loved. Like, you have to learn somebody else's love language. I learned this lesson primarily in my first marriage. Something me and my ex used to talk about, because it's something we saw on the Steve Harvey show. And basically, the couple that was on the show was getting, they were on rocks. But then once they realized they needed to learn the other person's love language, basically meaning that just because I'm a physical person, right? This is an example. If I'm a physical person, right, and my female counterpart is not, then she has not learned my love language, because if she is just, showering me with affection verbally, as opposed to the physicality, whether it be intimacy or just slight touching, hugs, or whatever, then that's my love language. And vice versa. If she's not a touchy-feely person, but she likes, comments, conversation, things that, you know, help her feel validated and that she has a place, then that's her love language. And so when you, again, enter in relationships and you're trying to make them lasting ones, you have to learn somebody else's love language, or you're basically going to be disappointed the entire time. And that's why, you know, typically 50% of marriages end up in divorce. I mean, it's a sad but high, staggering number. And speaking as someone who's been divorced, it's just, it gets to a point to where you stop focusing on what you love and what you love about that person, and then it kind of just becomes a nitpick session. So I would say learn your partner's love language, definitely, and then when you do that, you know, work to establish some kind of foundation so you can make that love flourish, because otherwise it's just going to be there, you know. Anybody can fall in love, but anybody can fall out of love too. All right, so that's been your boy B-Mac here. If you want to converse more, please comment, like, share, subscribe. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's BMACK388. Or if you want to hit me up via Facebook, just look up my name. If you got nothing else, love yourselves, love each other. And until next time, folks, I'm going to catch you later.